Hi, my name's Nick Tann and welcome to my Fresh Music Fix. Artists from around the world send me their tunes. I pick the songs I like the best, put them together in a podcast to share with you. Oh, and you. This week we've got Anya, Goel, Fever Dream Kills, Country Blue, Nearly Skulls, but we're going to start off with Teiger or Teiger, I'm not sure, and Bloodwork, and you are going to bloody love it.
Why can't you hear me anymore? It's a little later than you think. You've turned a yellow shade of gray. No, you can't ever stop the rain. I won't miss you. Why don't you give me your last words? Where does it hurt? Have you come round? This life has gone on far too long. There's someone looking at your door. You won't feel a thing. It's getting dark out. Are you still with me? Are you all alone?
Lovely. I love that. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Nick.
How you doing?
Very good after that.
Very good. Oh, this is episode 72, by the way.
Wow.
Episode 72. Oh, I didn't say that at the beginning because, just forgot.
And it is pronounced Teiger. I just looked up and they do, even though it's Teiger,
They pronounce it Teiger.
Now, that's quite interesting because we listened to a couple of tracks beforehand and I thought, oh, yeah, they're okay. We tried to decide a few tracks. I hadn't listened to this before. As soon as that came in, like 20, 30 seconds in, I'm like,
Ooh, yeah.
Hello. This
I
is
know.
what it's all about.
Yeah. It's really nice, isn't it? It's just a different start, because normally what I like to do is to go, and you're gonna bloody love it, da da da, and then we go ding a ding a ding a ding ding ding, jump up. That's kind of like a jump aroundy track. But I thought, no, this is a little bit of a slow burn. I'd normally put this in around third track when people are in. You know, because
but that got me in. You see, it's quite dark, quite threatening, sort of that sort of build to it, that enigmatic style.
What were you doing at the weekend?
I was doing the same as you.
You were doing the same as me,
listening to new music.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. So, what else can you tell me? We know how to pronounce it. Now, this is one of those things. I know that people like to do different ways of saying their name and spelling their name, but honestly, look, kids. If it's just call it Teiger. Just call yourself Teiger, or spell it Teiger and put with 2 R's or something. Because if people say, "Oh, what's the name of the band?" "Oh, Teiger," and you go and look it up, you go Google it or whatever, you put it into Spotify or whatever, you may not find it.
Yes.
But with 2 R's you would, because you'd remember 2 R's. You know, Teiger with 2 R's or 2 T's. Or whatever. But otherwise it's like, oh, this is Teiger, and you go, oh.
Anyhow, they're a London-based. They're 3
I
piece.
always moan about shit.
Yeah, I know you do, but it's
do.
correct. It's branding.
Yeah,
and people want to find out. It's like,
we do. We do.
Yeah, I've said this to you before. Sometimes you walk in and listen to a band, you think, who the hell are they? And they might have said their name once or twice. You don't pick up on it. They've got a banner pulled up with their name on it.
You're a big fan of the banner, aren't you?
I'm a big fan.
You are a big fan of the banner.
Then you remember it.
Yeah,
you know, and it's all about product placement of yourself.
It is. Sorry, go on. I interrupted your flow. Carry on, man.
No, I was just saying about they're London.
They're from London?
Yes, they are from London, and she's obviously the lead guitarist as well and whatever. Drumming was quite interesting as well. Everything was interesting.
Everything was interesting.
And then they threw in a little bit of violin, just in the just sort of, there's a little bit of violin came in there. But the vocal, great.
It was great, and the breakdown was really interesting, because I thought, oh, we're gonna go into a different song, because normally I'm a little bit wary of breakdowns, as if you've been listening to this podcast for a while. I'm a bit wary about those. They've kind of got to do something for me. That mid-late, you know, it's kind of got to do something. It's got to go somewhere, and it did. And I thought, oh, it's such a change that maybe we're going into a whole different bit of song. And it's like, oh, we kind of were, and it was. I just thought it was beautiful, rich.
Again, listen to it on headphones. It makes such a difference when you've got a piece of music put together like that. The production of that, superb.
Lovely. So we both went away this weekend.
Yeah,
to various festivals. You went to which festival did you go to?
I went to Maverick Music Festival in Suffolk. It's Americana, which is more my. Well, not really my. This is something that I like.
Yeah. And I went to. I keep wanting to call it Beautiful Days, but it's not.
It's called Love Supreme.
It's called Love Supreme in East Sussex. So we'll play another song, and then we'll talk about that a little bit. Anyway, this is Anya Goel, and this is called OU London. No, and it's OU, and it's OWE. Do you know what I mean? Okay, listen to this. It's lovely.
I could swear 5 times, say we're done in one night, rinse and repeat till it's great. You can pack your bags, say we're through this time. Nobody's asked you to stay, 'cause I didn't get all dressed up to give up now, 'cause I don't owe you London. No, I don't owe you nothing. And every time you walk the streets with someone new, you'll think of me in Waterloo. 'Cause I don't owe you London. Now it belongs to me. you, London. No, I don't owe you nothing. Now every time you walk the streets with someone new, you think of me, you wanna lose. I don't owe you London. Now it belongs to me. Now it belongs to me. Now it belongs to me. 'Cause I don't owe you London.
See, that's how you do it.
Wow.
That's what you do. That's how you do it. Yeah, little breakdown, just enough, just a little bit. Then come and rinse the title.
But you would
6
never
boxes.
have guessed from the first 20 seconds, which caught me straight away,
yeah.
that lovely, where that was going to go.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It
Lovely.
just kept, Tyler kept looking at you every time her voice changed into a different style, or not a different style. What's the word? Like a facet or whatever. It was like, she's got that. She's gone there. She's
Yeah.
doing this now.
Brilliant.
And then rocks it out, if you like,
Yeah,
in a
It's
way, for
great
the last.
It's a brilliant little pop song.
Yeah.
It's a great little pop song, and I loved it. Apart from one thing.
There we go.
One thing. The drums. They were kind of okay. I think it could have benefited from a real drummer.
Okay.
There were
I did-
beats because there was like it was there, and we picked up beat up a little bit, but it was like, oh yeah, it's just the bass drum going gang 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 gang. There would have been a little bit of human, a little bit of human drumming. I think on that would have just gone, oh okay. It went there because it was almost country in some parts, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
A little bit. It's a little bit Taylor, a little
Yeah.
bit Taylor Swift, and
Yeah.
Taylor Swift would have put drums in it. All right, she's one of those billionaires and she can afford to do it. But you know, yeah, great song. What a great little song.
Yeah, that's being picky for what is.
Oh no,
But you love being picky.
Yeah,
That's
but
right,
I'm
that's what we're here
a
for.
musician.
Yeah.
I'm like going. Oh, it could have been.
Yeah.
Oh.
But 95% of that was stunning stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, I went and saw. Anyway, look. Well, tell us about the festival you went to first of all.
Okay, so
Go on. Sorry.
okay, so I went to Maverick Festival, which is in its 19th year in Suffolk. It's on a petting farm, funnily enough. It's on a farm. It's in a farm, which is great, and it's got about 4 different stages, some of which are just enough for like 10 people to go and listen to. You know, you just wander into the field. Really great lineup of people. Excellently run, a bit like your place. Great food. You know, street food is fantastic now. Some of the bands I knew. Some I didn't. Bumped into a few musicians I knew, which is always nice to have a little chat.
Lovely.
A few friends I met up there as well. Bit of a long trek, but it was great to get into. But the great thing, a bit like this podcast, is just go and listen to someone and you think, oh, I really enjoyed them. Who are they? Look it up. Great little program we had.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
up, little bio on everybody, and then you go and speak to them.
Top 3 highlights.
Carter Sampson, who's Oklahoma, calls herself the Queen of Oklahoma. Great band. She comes over here and picks up a band who we know a lot of those musicians. Joe is a great guitarist.
Not Joe Cottrell, is it?
No, Joe Simmons his name is. And but then I knew Carter, so I knew I was going to get a good show, and loved it, and the audience loved it. She's a great storyteller as well. But it's more the ones that you pick up, you think, oh, they were really great. And I did write down a couple of bands that what did I do with them? I've got them written here that I thought were really great. Band called Dead Religion. Don't know where they were from, but really enjoyed their set. Was sat in the sunny afternoon on my chair watching on the main stage. They were great. Dream Inspires, band from Oxford, who were a bit of a cult band, indie band a few years back. They were great as well. But my favourite was a band called the Simon Stanley Band, and it was almost a bit mod and a bit like one of his songs was like, when I grow up, I want to be a character in Jurassic Park, and it was like so funny, but so well put together and so energetic and so enthralling. You know, caught him on the main stage, and then about 10 o'clock at night, wandered past this other small stage, and he was playing in there as well. And it was like hearing the songs again. It was so intimate, so great. So great little festival, brilliantly run. Timings were spot on everywhere, so you could know that one band was going to finish. You could go to the next stage; they would be there. How about you and Love Supreme, which is a much bigger festival?
It was
obviously.
a much bigger thing, but I'll tell you what. I'll tell you about that after this. After Fever Dream Kills. Also, I'm going to also tell you that we're going to be taking a break for maybe 6 weeks. I don't know, but I'll tell you more about that as well as the festival that I went to, which was called
Love Supreme.
I should have it written up, and I'll tell you why I should remember it's called Love Supreme, because it was one of the things that I was a bit. Anyway, this is Fever Dream Kills and Leave Me While I Sleep. This is great. Brilliant. I bloody loved that. That was really nice.
Put a smile on my face.
Yeah,
as well
really did. I did a really good job there.
Yeah.
There was a part about maybe 2/3 of the way through when I thought, I think you could have ended it there. That would have been quite a nice, short, sharp thing. You know, that's kind of my thing at the moment, the short, sharp songs. But then the guitar solo came in. There was a guitar solo
I know,
in
it
it.
caught
And it's
me,
like,
that did.
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, this works.
Yeah.
This works really, really well. And I thought, yeah. So I think I did a great job. Yeah. And also they rinsed "Leave Me While I Sleep." Of
course,
we know what it's called now. It's Fever Dream Kills, and the song's, what's the song called? "Leave Me While I Sleep."
Yeah. What I loved about it was they're a 4-piece alternative rock band. They class themselves from Doncaster, and they're big in the LGBTQ thing and whatever. The previous band was called Bang Bang Romeo, which I thought. Their previous single was one of them was called "A Woman Is a Weapon of Sass Destruction." Great name, bit of sass.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Have you that
No,
rang a bell?
we played it.
Did he? Oh,
we played it.
Must be one when I was not here.
It must have been one. Yeah. We played it before. I thought I'd played them before because I think there was a bit of a problem with what I can't remember what they were called at the time, or it wasn't very clear. Yes. But yeah, Woman is a weapon of sass destruction. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, great. I loved it. It was really. That would be great at a festival as well.
Oh yeah.
So tell us about Love. Oh, go on. You were going to say something?
I was just going to say there was a guitar. The guitar sound reminded me a little bit of Doctor and the Medics. There's one for the kids. Their single, that really heavy, overdriven guitar.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went to Love Supreme, and it was a brilliant festival. I'll tell you about some of the people that I saw, but what a lovely festival. The people were everyone was just nice.
Yes.
There was no angst. I didn't see anybody being sort of like
drunk and falling around.
No, it really wasn't. And on the way in, I was listening to a security guard telling another security guard. The security were brilliant, and he said, "Well, this is what we do: is that when people come in to the festival, if they've got if there's one person and they've got a box of wine, that's not acceptable. You can't let them in. You can't let them with that. If they come in with a bottle, then that's okay. I don't know how you do a bottle because there was no glass allowed.
Yeah.
But he said if someone
reasonable.
Reasonable. So if someone's coming in and they've got eight crates of beer or whatever, don't let them in, or a bottle of vodka. They'll be like, and that made a massive difference. There were no drunk people falling around. You get the odd whiff of weed every now and then. And they did say that there'd be no drugs wouldn't be tolerated, but it wasn't loads. I didn't actually see anybody smoking a joint, and I was moving around all the different stages and stuff.
Walk around any town centre and you will.
Well, yeah. I could walk around Eastleigh and smell more of it, to be honest with you. But yeah, they were brilliant. So we got there a little bit later. We got there on the Friday night, and we'd missed about 15 minutes of Ezra Collective, but we did catch the last sort of 15-20 minutes. Also, most of the people performing were doing 3/4 of an hour to an hour,
same as ours,
which is what you want. And again, timings were strict, so you weren't going
hour and a half of this. I've had enough.
Yeah. So Ezra Collective were great. The next day was Jalen Nagonda, who was one of my favourites of the festival. If you haven't heard of Jalen Nagonda, I've been sort of following his stuff for a couple of years now. And
how do you spell his name, Nick?
He's Jalen, Jalen, and Nagonda is how you'd think you'd spell it. Ngonda. Jalen Nagonda, well worth listening to. Lol Kana was great. He was just after Jalen, and he was brilliant as well. Really nice, really nice vibe.
And what sort of style would you say Love Supreme sets itself at, Nick?
It's jazz.
If mine was Americana.
I'd say
more
jazz.
Acid
I'd say
jazz.
Or yeah, acid jazz. Wasn't an awful lot of trad jazz. It was more modern jazz, funk jazz.
Nice.
But there was some traditional jazz as well, but not a lot. I'd say 8%. I don't know why that figure came in my head, but I'd say about 8% traditional. Like what people would go,
yes.
Oh, is that jazz? I think that's jazz.
Or as my lovely lady Kate calls it mutual masturbation jazz, she says, because they all start at the same time, but they all come together at the end.
Where did you meet this woman?
Which I thought was a brilliant description of jazz.
Yeah. I don't know what to say now. I think one of the standouts for me, and unfortunately I missed about 10 minutes of their set, just for stuff, because we were camped not that far away, but camped and was like, oh, they're on now. Was the Free Nationals. The Free Nationals were outstanding, really, really good. I mean, I don't say who the best was because music's not really a competition. I don't like competition, but the Free Nationals were so good, so good. American band. Often Anderson .Paak sings with them. If you know Anderson .Paak and follow him, like I do, because he's brilliant. And he did the Silk Sonic album from a few years ago. It's one of my favourite albums. But he did a Tiny Desk. Anderson .Paak did a Tiny Desk with the Free Nationals, and they were just outstanding. Really good, really nice. They came across as really, really nice guys. The music was brilliant, really good musicianship. Loved it all. And I caught. So it's mainly new music, new musicians. And I think on the Sunday, I think what they did is they kind of got it a little bit. When I say traditional, I don't mean trad jazz, but it was Sister Sledge. And it was Maze. I don't know if you know Maze. I know.
Now we're going back.
Yeah, I know. And it was okay. Sister Sledge is what you would expect. The only people that I was disappointed with was De La Soul.
Okay, that was Sunday night, wasn't it?
Sunday night, yeah. And I don't want to put a downer on it, and I suppose I shouldn't really, but I want to say it because it got me. Because De La Soul, I mean, they're just amazing. A lot of people grew up with De La Soul, and a lot of people identify with a lot of the songs and were like, they were getting into hip hop when De La Soul started their albums, and Oodles of O's, and Wash Your Face in My Sink. They got so many songs they could have chosen, and they chose great songs, but they kind of phoned it in, and they did this thing that bands do.
I like listening to the CD rather than a performance.
No, they did this thing. They kept working the audience. Everybody here on the left, you go hoo. Everybody on the right, you go hoo. Okay, who can cheer louder?
Yeah.
Oh God, are you having a good time? They asked that after every fucking song, and people in the audience were looking at me going. Well, not looking at me, but they were looking around going, what?
You're here to entertain us, mate.
Yeah, and there was, and then he started to talk, it would all go quiet, and there would be dead air.
Yes.
And he go, well, I like collecting comic books. I couldn't give a shit. When they did the songs...
That's very unusual for a well-established band to not have the banter.
Especially like a hip-hop band. If you haven't got the banter, sing the bloody song.
Yeah, get on with it, yeah.
Do the tune, Yeah. And there were... Another thing, they had a great band. The band were awesome, but they didn't know who they were. And they said, "This is our band. They're from France." And when it got to the brass section, at the end it was like, "And this is the brass section. Give it up for the brass section." And this is the bass player. Give it up for the bass player.
Oh, that's awful.
They didn't know what his name was. I mean, I'm not expecting him to go out and give him a kiss, but at least know the name of your drummer.
Yeah.
Not the drummer. And it was all a little bit, and I don't mean any of this disrespectfully, any Americans that listen. It was a bit American, sort of like, "Hey everybody, let's get together and have a great time. Hey party people." Not party people, but "Hey party people, da 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 da." And it was all a bit razzmatazz when we just wanted to hear the music. Yeah. If they hadn't said a word and just come out there and played all the tunes, everybody would have loved it.
Yeah.
Especially me. And there was one bit they kept stopping and starting, and you were getting like and it's like, what? And people just got pissed off.
Yeah.
Anyway,
unprofessional.
I thought it was unprofessional trying to be professional. That's my take on it.
Cabaret.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Word of the day was cabaret. That's what it was. It was cabaret. Or cabaret, if you're whatever. Anyway, my little rant, like every so often. But I mean, Free Nationals, Jail and Nagonda, Law. If you haven't heard of any of these people, these are the people that I kind of listen to, and don't get much of that music sent to me. Very rarely. I used to get some done in the Is This Thing On days. Anyway, let me play some music, and I'll tell you what's going to happen over the next few months after that. So, now this is quite an interesting track. So there's a story attached to this, and a few emails went backwards and forwards. So listen to this. This is Country Blue and Another Whiskey Down.
Whiskey on the porch rail, still smoking, love once fresh, now gone stale. They're fast to shoot you down in this old town. When folk were talking instead of doing, the storm in our hearts kept on brewing. This old town was bringing us down. You had me believing for a while, but the smile in your eyes was telling me a lie. This old town was bringing us down. Back doors open, your truck's on the drive. The heartache is hurting, hoping love will survive. Pour another whiskey, drinking it down. It's easy to drown in this old town. Whiskey is burning, truck wheels turning. I kept on believing, but knew you'd be walking. Guns still smoking, they fast shoot you down in this old town. You had me believing for a while, but the smile in your eyes was telling me a lie. This old town tore us apart with a shot to the heart. Truck wheels turning, never returning. Another whiskey down. It's easy to drown in this old town.
So there you are. So what do you reckon?
Wow. Because you've primed me a little bit.
I
But I hadn't
have.
heard. But I hadn't heard the track. So if I'd have heard that 5 years ago, I'd have said, "That was amazing, wasn't it? God, it was so clean. It was so beautifully sung. The lyric, everything was so greatly put together. Production was great." But it sparked something in you, didn't it? So go ahead.
It did. So when I listened to it, and because I've been around the block a bit, and I know what can be done in production and stuff, and also what can be done in AI, because there is this thing now where you can get an AI band, etc. So anyway, so what I did, let me tell you what I did. I emailed the guy who sent the track in, and I went, "Hi Tony, thanks for sending me the track. Before I consider it for the podcast, could you tell me a little bit about how it was made? Were the vocals and instrumentals performed by, not instruments, performed by musicians, or was AI used during the writing or the production process?" I only ask this because I like to be transparent with listeners about the music that I feature. Now, I actually put that into AI because I wanted to ask a question and go, "Was that?" But I didn't want to go, "Wait, was that AI?" I wanted it to put it in a nice way, not in a confrontive way. And so that's what AI did, because I thought there are a lot of really perfect parts in it. Some of the perfect parts, I mean, it is perfect, and the way that a certain lead guitar comes in, and it comes in the right ear, and it's and there's this, and the way the vocals, where the trills are in the vocals, there's really perfect
Spot
trills.
on.
They're spot on. So I wanted to ask the question because I want to know. And anyway, so I gave you, Chris, the answer. So this is what Tony replied to me.
So he said, "Thanks for your reply. Another Whiskey Down was recorded on somewhere with live vocals by Ollie De C, Eliza on guitars, Paul Evans on bass, and Gary Copeland on drums and keyboards. Gary did the additional arrangements and produced the record. bit there about the audio tracks, etc., and the time signals. I wrote the lyrics. It's no AI. It's one of 40 songs I've written to date. Some AI assistance on instrumentation. I don't quite know what that means.
Right, okay.
Interestingly, this is the real interesting bit. As a 76-year-old pensioner and frustrated one-time pop video producer for the BBC, I don't have my own band to hand, just a few guitars and a synthesizer. When my wife confined me to the back bedroom to write songs and do something constructive, I had the idea to put together Country Blue and work with various live artists under the umbrella. No AI was used in the final production. So interesting there, but it was so beautifully clean. I mean, I love the track, but just in this day and age, you go, especially as the way, because we lose a lot of, I use the word incorrectly, as amateur musicians or people who put together, you know what I'm saying, they're not not full-time musicians, a lot of them. So things are sometimes a little bit rougher, which we love, it's not a problem at all. We want to hear all those edges and hear it put together, a bit like when I say to you, I don't want to go to a concert and listen to the CD. No, I want everything. I want all the mistakes. I want all that stuff. I want the fun. So, but that was absolutely squeaky clean.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say there's anything wrong in using AI or using, because you kind of use what you can.
Well, you use it a lot in your work. Not as a guy
AI.
Music.
Yeah. Well, I use it. I with this podcast, there's a mastering. There's a marketing feature. That'd be a completely different story. But there's a mastering feature that uses AI. It analyses a track and says, we could do a little bit more bass on this bit, or we can, and it equalises the tracks out, and it sounds really lovely. I don't feel any guilt about going, right, let's put this mastering on. I still have a little fiddle with it because it feels a little bit better if I've got a little bit of a hand in it. But a lot of the times I do and I don't. And also I use AI for writing up the notes of the podcast. It
saves time for you.
It does, because I'm not a copywriter, and I've spent ages doing these podcasts. Anyway, so that's that. So there's the track. So I gave you the question and I gave you the answer.
And it's nice that we do query those things now, because funnily enough, I think I said to you about a month ago, I was listening to a playlist, and I had this song. I thought, well, I've never heard this song before, and this is really great. And I said, that's
very old. Well, I've never heard this song before.
I know, but you think that
it
should be a classic. Why is that? Why have we not come across? Did a bit of Googling. It's completely AI generated, from the album cover to the person to the, and it was like, right. So you've got to be careful these days.
You have.
And we want it real. This is what
we do want it real. We do want it real. So anyway. On the subject of whatever, I don't know. So this podcast's late. This is going out on a Tuesday, and when it normally go out on a Monday morning. So because of stuff that I'm doing, maybe the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man, what I've done is I've made a decision to pause the podcast for a while, and so what that means is that there'll be no podcast for I don't know how long for. There'll be a while, and what I'm going to be doing in the meantime, in the interim period, is actually recording them, but I'm going to put them out in batches. I don't know, there's no marketing department, it's me. I don't know how many I'll put out in a batch, but there'll be some in a batch. It could be 5, it could be 10. I really don't know. I haven't worked it out yet, but I'm going to put them together and release them in batches. So if you want to find out about those, make sure you're subscribed either on the website. Go to the website, nicktannsfreshmusicfix.com, or Spotify or wherever, and make sure you subscribe. And then when they come out, there'll be there'll be a minimum of 5 at a time, I would imagine. So I don't know. I'm just making that bit up on the spot, but it might be more than that. And I'll do that. I'll record someone when I get to. Who knows? Who knows what it'll be? But it might give the algorithm a bit of a kick, and it might sort of bring the music to a few more people. I really, really don't know. I might also, because Chris was mentioning this, the old podcast that I used to do, we used to do, and lots of other people used to do, which was Is This Thing On, which I started in 2008. there are literally hundreds and hundreds of episodes of those. And I could take one of those and put one of those. Maybe I'll put one of those out midweek, or maybe I'll do the same. I'll put a compilation together and do a couple every week or something. I don't know, but I need a bit of a rest from doing this because I've got a lot of stuff. Although I'm not busy with the band and other things, there's a lot of planning that needs to be done. And so I need to have a bit of a free brain from it. And although the podcast,
your brain is never free, Nick. It's
that's
full
what
of
I mean.
stuff.
That's the thing. So I'd rather have a focused day of just recording podcasts and have that, and then just go right. Okay, that can go out without having that kind of like hanging over me. Like, I've got to get a podcast done this week. I've got to get a podcast done this week. Like I said, there is no marketing department. The only department is me. So I'm going to take a break from putting out podcasts. But I'll still be recording podcasts, if you know what I mean. So there we go. Where are we in this particular podcast?
We're in the last track.
We're in the last
which is
track, Nearly Skulls. Now, Nearly Skulls we played a while ago. This is a great track. We listened to this earlier on. This is it Heaven or Hell? This is Heaven or Hell.
Hey,
Heaven,
okay.
Heaven or Hell, and you are gonna love it.
Remember when we first locked eyes? Planets crash and shooting stars collide. Moths of fire, we spiral to the sun. Like the sky is comets and we're done. The road is long, the road is hell. Strips our meat and leaves us barely shells. Who would recognize us now? These shadows of our wilder selves. Remember how we break each other's hearts. Dangerous and careless from the start. Busted up and burned beyond repair. Consequential damage everywhere. Goodbye, my love, you are the one. Fading supernova, long, long gone. Goodbye, my love, fare thee well. See you on the other side, heaven or hell. Heaven or hell. Heaven or hell. Heaven or hell. Remember now the moments that we share. Smash the box and find me there. Say you love me, I love you. Tell the world you know it's true. Goodbye, my love, you are the one. Fading supernova, long, long gone. Goodbye, my love, fare thee well. See you
Brilliant.
Nick loved that one.
Oh, I bloody do. You know what? One of the things I like about it is it's so rich, not just in the production, but actually in the songwriting. The songwriting's so good in it. There was no breakdown. He just wrote a middle eight.
Kept going.
He just wrote a middle eight and said, all right, well, this is what you do. You haven't got to do a breakdown. You just write a middle eight. If you don't know what a middle eight is, let me just explain briefly what a middle eight is. Generally, in a song, a middle eight takes you from what you've been listening to a kind of different area. It's like a different part of the song, a different bit of the song. It's a different song almost. So music-wise, the chords will be slightly different. And the melody will be slightly different, and if there's a story being told with the words, if there's a story being told, the middle eight kind of naturally lends itself to explaining what's been going on. So generally, when songs don't go, I was walking down the road and then I saw this, they're not a linear thing. They're kind of like they sort of allude to a particular song or an emotion or a thing that happened. And the middle eight is kind of crystallizes what it is. It's like, look, if you don't know what's been going on by now, by this time in the song, this bit in the middle eight will explain to you in simple terms exactly what's been going on, lyrically in the story of the song. So next time, listen to various. When you listen to a song, be a little bit like, oh, okay, so it changes here. The chords are slightly different, and the melody's slightly different. The music's slightly different to the rest of the song. You got normally a verse and the chorus. The chorus is the bit that keeps repeating, and da 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 da. But the middle eight normally explains it. Goes, so there you are.
That's the explanation.
That's the explanation. It's not textbook, but it's the one that I like to use.
Yeah. So Nearly Skulls are from Stockport. They're a sort of musical project of two guys, Paul Sherwood, Andy Shepley. They've been going since the early 1990s, and they describe their music as grumpy dad rock, which is a great description. Almost went a bit folky at the end there, the outro sort of thing, repeating the thing.
That's the thing, you see. Once you get into the songwriting aspects of things, you can't, and you start to break it down, you start to understand like how it works. I liken it a little bit to modern art. I was in this art gallery, this is like about 30 years ago in Melbourne, and I saw this bit of modern art, and it was Cubism, and I couldn't really get it, but I was with somebody that understood it, and they said the thing is, if you think about Cubism and the way that this portrait was put together, and it's one of those things where you go, I'm not sure if it's Cubism, I think it was something like this, but where they've got four noses. Do you know what I mean? And he explained it to me. I'm not going to explain it to you because I'm not very good at that sort of thing, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But he explained it to me, and once he'd explained it to me, I was like, "Oh, I see. Yeah. That's what that means."
Yeah, because I just look at it as almost like a picture, you know.
Yeah.
So I just at that first impression, I think, "Oh, that's rubbish."
Yeah,
that's great. Or
yeah, or a 4-year-old could do that.
I don't understand it, and then music is similar, I suppose. We all like different things.
Yeah. But it was once you understand that sort of thing, I'm like, oh, okay. And for me to understand how the songs are written, and if you're actually interested in it, okay, if you're actually interested, the best thing I can tell you to do is write a song. Doesn't have to be fantastic because you're not going to perform it doing it, but just write the song and see how you would do it, and then you might appreciate it.
That's a tough thing to do.
It is a tough thing to do. So even that, because I do teach a little bit of songwriting, I say go away, write a song with 3 verses in it and a chorus. That's it. You can be about anything you want. Hasn't got to rhyme. Don't worry about the rhyming bit because that's a completely different kind of set of skills. But just write a song about anything you like. Make it really simple. Make it about the pencil on your desk, what colour it is, where it might have been made, who might have bought it, how it got there, without saying, this is a pencil, I got it from the stationery cupboard. But make it so just try it.
Construct.
Just construct. If it's rubbish, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that you have to write it, sit down and write it. So have a go at doing that. And yeah.
Tough. It's a tough thing to do.
It is a tough thing.
But Nearly Skulls, brilliantly the way they do it. Obviously,
Yeah.
do it a long time. Great.
Love
thing.
it.
Recorded in Abbey Road Studios, which is amazing.
Yeah. It's got a thing, isn't it, Abbey Road Studios? I wonder what it is about it. Because we go,
Beatles.
well, it is Beatles, but I mean,
George Martin.
really, they're recording, they're still recording, I mean, they're using microphones. Just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But they've still got some of the old original recording equipment, haven't they, I think?
Yeah, but I don't know if they use the old, the desks that people used then, or I don't know. Maybe we can find out next time. So, or if somebody knows, let us know. So that's it for today. It's been 50 minutes. This
Good,
podcast
though.
been going on. Yeah, we've had a bit of chat. So I do want to have a quick shout out to Ozzy and Colette, who I spoke to at the weekend, and I don't do dedications or anything, but he said he was going to come and check out the podcast, and this is the one Ozzy that I'm going to say I'm not going to make any more podcasts for the next month or so. But anyway, subscribe and you won't miss that, because it's not dead. It's still very much alive here, and we're still getting music sent to us and still getting great music sent, and I still want to do it, and again, I don't care if like 30 people listen to it. I don't care. We do it. If there was only 5 people listening to it, I might care then.
Check back, listen to the old ones. There's some great stuff.
So I'll put some stuff. There will be some stuff coming up, but this channel is going to be a little bit quiet for I don't know for how long. I don't know. It might be for a week. I don't know. But whatever. But subscribe and you'll get all the alerts and stuff. Anyway, thanks very much, Chris, for coming
Fantastic
over.
again.
Thank you everybody for sending
Amazing tracks.
I tell you one thing I'm going to try. Old listeners to the podcast or listeners to the old podcast might remember a band called Travis Walton's, who I absolutely adore.
Yep.
And I saw a little thing on Instagram from Dan, who from the Travis Walton, saying he's releasing music, and I've tried to get in touch with him, so that might be happening. Anyway, I love you all. Goodbye.